Hello and good morning. We are broadcasting live from the Hampton Roads Business Weekly studio at ABC 13 in Norfolk, Virginia. Zach Miller, co-host, Bobby Rangel, Sean Devereaux. They make all of this happen. Okay, so I'm happy that you guys are joining us today. I know my camera is not super ideal, but let me know in the comments if you can see us clearly enough, if it is okay, because today I'm hoping that we're going to talk about tech. This is Jacoby. He's also going to talk tech, and we know you've got questions about that. Lots of people ask us. You guys get stopped on the street about what camera you use all the time, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, so the cameras that we use are pretty cool. On the shoots that we have, that Zach and I have, there are 3 camera shoots, right? 4 camera shoots?
4 cameras.
GoPro.
4 cameras,
Including
including the GoPro. So 4 total?
4 total.
Up to 5? Because I've seen you have an iPad too.
Only 5 of the mobile phones get used.
Okay, all right.
The iPad is the video.
Oh, that's the video part of the
dashboard
GoPro.
for the
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's just
So
video.
let us know, can you
They don't
hear
have
us?
it.
Can you tap the screen? Let us know if this is a topic that is interesting to you. We'd love some hearts. We'd love to know whether this resonates with you, if you can even see us, because I cannot tell you if my video is very good. So
it's great.
let's talk about tech. I'm going to turn the camera around, and we are going to talk to Bobby. Here it is. Okay, so Bobby, let's go straight to you. And what are some of the pieces that you have when you go out on location? Some of the things that you can't do without.
I could talk about those a little. I don't have all the pieces to show right
That's
now.
okay.
So this will be sort of the studio version.
Mm-hmm.
But in total, when we go out remotely, we have a Sony F3, which is basically, it's like a very upper grade Sony, almost a cinema level camera, but it's, it's probably in like the $20,000 range. So and that's including lenses. So basically, we have a Sony F3, which is our big boy camera. I don't have it to show. Then we have this Nikon right here. If you want to take a look.
Oh, yeah,
This
here's
is
a
the
Nikon. Okay.
I can't remember this.
All right. Now, for those of you just joining us, hey, Francina, good to see you. We are talking tech today. Lots of folks ask our crew what kind of camera and equipment they have on site,
Oh, yeah.
and so this is what you will
Nikon
see if you go on a shoot with
D600.
us.
So it's a D600. It's a fairly nice SLR.
Yeah.
This model is a few years old, probably like about 3 or 4 years old. This lens kit is everything. So we have a Nikon cinema lens. Well, this is more, I guess, this isn't quite cinema. This is more broadcast.
Right.
But it is
Now,
higher
So the lens
quality.
is what's really important.
well, this
lenses
looks
are-
really expensive to me. So is
Yeah,
this
these-
somebody
these-
that anyone would be probably willing to pay in their?
No, like if you want to be a professional and you want to start a business, you need to have something of this caliber. Now this is a telephoto, so this zooms in really far.
Mm-hmm.
This is what gives you the ability to shoot really low depth of field.
And make people look thinner?
Highly, yeah.
Yeah, that one? All right.
This gives
Write
a
that one
really
down.
highly stylized effect when you zoom all the way in and focus on in a shallow, a big aperture. So like,
Okay.
you know.
Exactly,
So
Francina,
the
for broadcasting
subject would be
peeps.
really
This one
nice
is the one. Hey, Bobby,
clear
what is this
and
one
blur
called
back.
again?
Yeah,
The
blur back.
Nikon D600.
Nikon D600. But you
So
said this
this-
is
it's
kind
an
of
upper
older.
camera
It's an
itself?
upper level SLR camera.
The camera itself?
The camera itself is not too bad. I think it's probably like in the $2,000 or $3,000 range. It's
Okay.
when you get into the lenses.
This
So
lens
$2,000 to
right here, I think, is
$3,000.
around Probably $5,000 to $7,000 for this lens.
So how often can you keep the base and then the lens, or what you have to change more often?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
see the thing.
So
with
this
it,
part
like,
you can hold on to.
So the lens,
There's a whole
4K
discussion
is
we
the
can
new
have.
thing. That's not 4K.
Hey,
we
Deb,
can have
thanks
a-
for
we- yeah,
joining
we
us.
can
We're
have a
talking
whole-
tech today with our crew.
There's a couple things to note here. So you have broadcast.
Not a Best Buy?
cameras.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Can you buy this at Best Buy?
Probably not this model, but something comparable.
Okay.
The 7100 is probably as high as they go with Best Buy.
That's about right.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. So to a certain level, you want to go somewhere else, more specialized, perhaps.
Well, they don't really generally offer in their inventory anything above the D7100. I actually shoot with the Nikons right now. I have the 3200s and one 3300. But then you get a little more advanced when you get to like the 5200 and 7200, which has Wi-Fi capabilities. But
The difference is you have with the SLRs especially, you have consumer, models, and you have prosumer models. So anything in the professional industry is going to be, I wouldn't say twice as expensive, but it's going to be. They're going to have more options, You have way more control over the image, and like you'll just know on a spec level, you'll know exactly what's going on. Most consumer grade cameras are going to have a lot of auto capabilities, and you won't be able to fine tune things on your own. But
For those of
essentially,
you joining
just
us
think of them
today,
as, computers.
these guys are giving their information about all they know about tech stuff so that we all can make an informed decision for our businesses. So Francina she's a tech buff, aren't you? So anybody out there, do you have any questions about cameras? And Bobby was talking here about this particular camera. It's the Nikon, what is it again?
D600.
D600. We're talking about the body being something that you can sort of have as a base, and then the lens being something that you can upgrade.
I would say for businesses, though,
Sean?
so say you wanted to do some videos for YouTube for your business, or for Facebook, just kind of social marketing, I would say this camera, the one that I use the most.
Yeah, I like this one. So talk about this one.
This is the...
This is my little baby. This is the Sony A6000. Essentially, it's
Sony A6000.
The new Sony line of alpha cameras, the A series, are basically the future of video in small format, like a small handheld, like a physical format.
Okay, so can you turn that on, Sean? Would you mind? And so this is
literally
a camera.
This is a consumer level camera. So this is
$500.
priced, about $500. If you get the good lenses, you'll pay an extra $300. But basically, yeah, for $700,
Wow, look at that.
you have a very, very sharp,
Yes, really, Francina.
rich HD quality image. It's not, it cannot shoot in RAW, so it's basically either ABC HD codec, or I think it does MPEG.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think 500 is bad. Hi, Mia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's-
$500
So
bucks.
we're
I
talking
was
about
around,
tech stuff and cameras. So this camera here is 500. What is the model number again?
It's a Sony A6000. So
Okay, Sony
it's-
A6000.
Sony's developed this incredible follow focus, like this autofocus for video, and with their lenses, as long as you're using their lens kit,
Look at that quality.
Like
it'll
if you want-
autofocus.
So if you can get, so we're here, and then if we swing over here, it just automatically keeps everything in focus.
That's pretty cool.
So I never have to worry about focus when I'm out shooting.
So Francina has a question. She said, so a non-broadcaster could perhaps learn how to use this equipment and get some pretty decent quality?
Yes. Like I said,
Wow.
especially if you're looking to, kind of market yourself on YouTube and Facebook, I think this is really inexpensive. Like I said, it's $500 for the
Nice.
camera. You can get a really nice lens for maybe an extra $300.
And this you can actually transfer files straight from the phone through the air. to your
Oh, into
computer.
my computer.
Yeah.
All right, so then,
Yeah, because
okay,
this is Wi-Fi compatible.
this is great, but I have a phone. I have a smartphone. What is the difference in quality? So, I
Okay,
mean,
when I was looking at this camera, I was also looking at the new iPhone 6 Plus.
Right.
Because the quality is pretty much identical.
really, of that,
Even-
you have an
even
iPhone
the,
6, right?
Yeah, this phone right here is basically your a slightly cheaper version, I guess, if you got an upgrade cost. If you're not paying this is actually more expensive if you pay outright. It's
Right.
$700
It is, isn't it?
for that.
For the iPhone 6?
Yeah. So basically,
So,
I would say
I mean, there's,
Oh, did you just record that?
Yeah.
That's pretty clear.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
in your
it's
opinion, Bobby and
fully
Sean,
HD.
I mean, they're both the same?
well, this gives you more lens control.
Yeah,
So you get
lens control.
fully manual override. So if you do want to get that low depth of field, you put this lens on right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a telephoto. So imagine telephoto lenses are longer. If you ever see somebody with one of those long lenses, they're getting some crazy
Right.
pinpoint focus on what they want. And usually they're using a depth of field to make the rest go blurry.
I think transferring the videos is difficult too from iPhone to whatever compared to something like this.
But you
Yeah,
can't.
Zach
do,
is talking about the transfer difficulties.
You
I have
can,
a
you can
question
put a lens
here.
on an iPhone though to achieve some of this depth of field.
Hey, thank you for the hearts.
So
Keep
it's-
tapping the screen. Francine has a question. What is your thought if you say iPhone and this Sony right here, sort of comparable if you take the lenses out? How about like a Samsung? How about like another kind of Android
Any
device?
of the newer, basically
Thank you for the hearts.
higher megapixel video cameras on all the new mobile devices. Actually, one of the LG models, I think, shoots like incredibly amazing photos, amazing video. Basically, what we're entering into is really a difference of the size of the resolution. So if your phone shoots 4K, it's going to outdo my Sony a6000 because I can't shoot that big.
Okay.
When I say 4K, the image is literally like 4 times the size. So
Okay.
when you shrink it to screen size, like on a TV, you get that much more detail. It's a lot more
okay.
complicated, but all you need to know is like, okay, so a poster, I'm thinking like print stuff, right? So
Right.
a poster image is like this big.
Right.
And like a 5x7 that you get for your family photos is this big. Well, the little family photo is your HD picture, and the huge poster image is like a 4K image. So you have the ability to actually go in and zoom in details of that large image, and then or you can do a zoom in and it doesn't lose quality. So anyways, I'm getting way too
Now
deep
you're on
that.
your soapbox, but people
4K,
are.
that's the difference.
Francina says
So-
that's a great tip, and somebody wants to know if you're single.
Sorry.
That was me.
It was a pusher.
You punk.
So silly. Okay, but so any questions out there? Because we've really gotten some good engagement,
Studio
actually.
camera.
Oh,
So
studio
I was
camera.
talking about levels of cameras. So we have
Okay.
all 3. We're
All right.
missing the cinema grade camera, which is kind of what I use. But if you look at this big thing, this is a broadcast studio camera.
This goes
To-
on air. This
to
is
go
what
to-
we use.
If you look at this lens, that is a broadcast grade lens.
Can you guys see
Probably
well
worth
with my phone?
Thousands and
Let
thousands.
me know. It's okay.
And then this is, look at the body style. So you get that look. It even has a shoulder mount. So this one can be worn handheld.
Now I see things in terms of dollars. So what is this
Oh.
in comparison? Like,
This is probably what?
get behind the camera, Bobby.
Here's your.
I'm thinking like 30.
Aw, see, isn't that awful?
Hey, Greg. I'm sorry. How much?
I know, Francine. I think my audio, if the quality is not good, I might need to get an iPhone 6. Is I think the that's probably I apparently will love it. I think my audio will be better too, but I don't have it. I just wanted to have a Periscope up today. Yes, dollars are important. So true.
So I just
okay.
asked our production manager, and he said grand total for this setup is around 80,000.
Oh, 80,000. Okay.
So the camera alone probably runs 30 to 40. I would imagine the prompter setup is probably
Right.
whatever, if you can imagine.
Thank you for the tips. I know. Okay, so this is 80 grand. You said
Probably
nice.
around 80
Okay.
grand. So then you have something like that. Which
Just
is
the camera,
you
the
could-
whole set.
You could do a TV, you could do probably like a soap opera on this thing. It
You could
look
do a
pretty
soap
good,
opera on this.
It's HD.
Have you ever shot with anything like a red?
I haven't actually, but I have seen the capabilities, and I look forward to one day.
So what is the difference between a red camera and what you have here in the production studio?
I don't know enough about this camera, but it's not intended for RAW, I don't think. I think you can shoot RAW, and when I mean RAW, we're talking about sheer ability to capture bit depth and color range. The new RAW formatting, it's a new way of computing that's happened in, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 years. That's taking over, and it gives the end user, so that when you get the product back, you can tweak it and pull color out of certain ranges, and you can actually. I've heard the thought that you cannot mess up a shot when you shoot RAW. So in other words, if you're shooting out in sunlight and your photographer's not that good, but they're using like a red or something that shoots RAW. You will get back an image that looks like the sky, like there's no clouds, like it blew out white, Well, with raw data, you can go back and pull back that.
You can go in and fix
levels.
things.
Yeah, you can go back and fix things a lot. I mean, it's kind of like it's a game changer. So
Do all the things that you showed us, they shoot in RAW?
this does not.
Okay.
The A6000 does
Okay.
not. Our big Sony does, and that's
Right.
the $15,000 range
Right.
camera.
That's where the
You're gonna
difference in
pay-
money comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A red runs what 50 to 80 G just for the body,
Okay.
and then you're buying lenses. People don't buy lenses. You rent those lenses for like, it could be $5,000 a week. I mean, this is Hollywood style or just large budget filmmaking costs and equipment. What we're using is kind of, blog style TV show, HD quality though. It could go on the internet. We could show it there. We could send it to a station
Didn't they just
or a
shoot
network. They
a
could
movie
show it on
an
that.
iPhone?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
People
yeah,
are doing
yeah,
it
right?
left and right. Oh, GoPro. Our last. I mean, kind of wrap up on.
Oh,
he's
yeah, the
got it.
GoPro. You have it. You're so
Yeah,
good.
this is sort of the This is,
Okay.
you know, we're talking about the future of the smaller camera and this and that. Well,
Here, show them how.
It kind of seems
this
quality-wise,
isn't,
though, what is the benefit of spending so much when you can have so much flexibility with something like this?
well, the thing here again is like shallow depth of field, aperture control. You don't have any of that with a camera like this.
Oh, well, that's true.
But you do
Trying to get
have,
behind you.
you have the, well, there's, this is called a gimbal. It's a self-powered gimbal. The unit that's holding this, the camera, this is the GoPro, just this silver box.
It's like a selfie stick.
But no, this is,
Oh.
it's a gimbal. So no matter which way I move,
Oh, I see.
it stays
Steady. It's like
centered
a
up.
steady cam?
It's like a little miniature Steadicam.
Does that pull out?
But it's powered, so like once I turn off the power, it just goes limp and has no.
Okay.
But once you turn it on,
A
it
lot
does
of
amazing
drones do
things.
that,
And
right?
it, yeah, it's actually very similar to what they put on drones or even helicopters and things like that. But
That's
it's got
cool.
the ability to tilt and it delays.
And what kind of video does it produce?
This is actually HD video.
But I mean, so it's not shaky, and it just sort of
Oh, I'm
follows.
sorry,
It
yeah.
follows. It follows
Physically-
you,
Physically, it takes out all of the really jerky and like vibrating shakiness.
like my camera movements right
but
now.
it's more so really beneficial for the crazy angle. So you can go like, you know, way up high, and I have an extension that goes even higher, and then you get this crazy like, almost like a boom,
Yeah,
you know.
That's cool.
Or a crane.
And does
like
audio
a small
too?
Crane. And it can follow. This captures audio, but we don't use it. It's actually not bad audio for
Okay.
what it is.
Well,
I
guys-
mean, a lot of people shoot, instead of like a Sony A6000, the other little camera, they'll
Mm-hmm.
shoot a whole news story or a blog story on this. So
and quality-wise, you can't tell the
I
difference.
mean, it's you know, most people won't notice,
Most
and they
people
won't
won't
need.
What is that, a Hero 3? Because now they got the even smaller ones.
This is a 4, or no, this is 3 plus. Yeah, the 4 is
The new ones are ridiculous.
Now, something I wish I had and something to look up if you're interested are the new Black Magic line of cameras.
Okay.
They
Black Magic.
have taken over. Price point.
I know, aren't they great, Francina?
Quality, adaptability. You know,